All right. Hello, everybody in the chat. This is the second um, episode, or I guess stream. I'm not even sure if I'm calling it episodes or streams because like I'm not numbering them. I guess it's just the date of whatever the weekend is going to be for these streams. Since they're not exactly like the POS podcast, since it's usually just me gonna be here. Um, but yeah, it's a Friday. A bunch of stuff developed over the week since the last time we talked on the podcast and also on the last news stream when we talked about the HBO stuff. So we'll be talking about that tonight. Um, yeah, like a lot of stuff happened just in like the past 24 hours, which is crazy. Um, but I am also going to talk about some smaller stuff, some stuff that like came out this week, which I'll talk a little bit about, which I might not talk too much about on the podcast, so I'll talk about them here. Um, like the Kirby Stream Buffet thing, the Cuphead show, which I might talk about more on the podcast, but I'll talk about it some here. I've watched like half of the show now, because I was watching it earlier today, but it's still very very good. I really like it. And then I'll talk about I was going to talk about a couple of trailers, but I'm really just going to talk about one. I know Ryan. I'm not sure if he's in the chat right now. He had the Cobra Kai season 5 trailer on the document, but like I still need to catch up with Cobra Kai, so I wouldn't have much to say about the trailer because like I haven't caught up with it. But then there's some other stories, but it's mainly going to be about HBO Max because of all the crazy stuff that's been going on this week. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. Like I said with the last stream, I'm just gonna like start when I do this stream, so that way like if you're here, you can just like go back and watch it from the beginning if you want to, and that way I don't have to like cut out the beginning. Um, because sometimes we do that with the podcast. We were trying to do it with the podcast last time we had it earlier this week, but my internet cut out and I got mad. But hopefully it won't cut out this time. I still green for me right now. So if it does, we'll just have to start over again. Um, but yeah, I guess we can go ahead and get started. Before I do, if you put a like on the video, that would help me a lot. Thank you all for being here. And we'll get started. So the first thing I want to talk about is going to be Kirby's Dream Buffet, which I played a little bit of when it came out earlier this week. And I know a lot of people were comparing it to Fall Guys, which it is definitely similarly to that. As far as like the main thing, where you're sort of racing across this track, and there's like different obstacles and stuff, and it's all food themed, which is very cute. And there's a bunch of different types of tracks that they have in there, and you can do like single races if you want to just go across the tracks. And you have to eat strawberries and different berries along the way to make Kirby fat, basically, which is very fun. Um, and at the end, there's like 3 different strawberry cakes you have to eat. And one of them is like 50. So if you get there first, you get the big one if you want it. Um, so there's an advantage for like actually trying to get there fast rather than trying to get as many strawberries along the way. Um, and then there's a couple of other ones where like there's a little mini game where you just catch falling strawberries, and then at the end, there's sort of a battle where you try to knock the other Kirby's off of a stage to like get their strawberries or have them lose strawberries so you can get more for yourself. Um, so it all comes down to that like final battle really, and you can use like the different abilities and stuff to fight each other or get further in the race, and it's pretty fun. The only thing about this game though is that the online is very laggy, which is very unfortunate. Because it does seem like a very fun game, but maybe it's just because it like just came out. Um, but yeah, it's very laggy. I don't know if it's like a peer-to-peer thing with this, but yeah, it's very unfortunate that it's so laggy. It's fine with like computers and stuff, or if you're like playing locally. Um, which I haven't played locally, but I have tried with the computers. And when you're playing with the computers, obviously it's going to be fine. But online's like the main thing for this game, so it's kind of unfortunate that it it's just not working that well. But it's still a very fun concept, and the game looks really good. In the same way that Kirby and the Forgotten Land looks very good, this looks very good. Like Nintendo has a way with like making 3D food look good, and like all the food here looks looks great. But yeah, it is like a $15 game, so it's like a quarter of the amount of like a regular game. Some people were thinking this was going to be like a free-to-play game, but no, it's like just a purchase one and done, and then you can unlock everything by just actually playing the game. Which I do prefer that, because if it was free-to-play, like trying to unlock everything would just be like microtransactions, which I didn't want that for this game. So for this, it's just like, oh yeah, just playing the game, like either solo or with people, and you're going up in rank regardless, and unlocking everything. So I like that about it. So it's like just one purchase, and you can just unlock everything that way. So it is a pretty fun little game. I'll probably try it with people at the convention I'm going to, Everfree Northwest, which I'm going to very soon. But it's just unfortunate that the online's not working that well. I do like it, like for the fact that it's only like $15 and there's like no microtransactions or anything, so that's good. I just wish the online was better. The next thing, let's talk a little bit about Cuphead, which I watched a few episodes before the show. I've on episode 7 or 8 right now. But I know back when the first part of this came out, people were a little harsh on the animation, like before when the trailer came out. But thankfully, when you watch the show, it looks very good. Because it's not frame by frame like the game is. That would take forever. If they did that, like all these episodes would take forever to come out. But it's like done in Toon Boom, I believe. And it's like the best Toon Boom like animation I have seen, for how good it looks. And they have like different artifacts and stuff to make it look like old timey. And also like the rotating backgrounds and stuff look really good too. And I do really love that like they're using the bosses in interesting ways, and also like giving them different voices, because the bosses like mostly don't talk in the games, but in these few episodes we have a couple more bosses that we see, because like in the first part of the show, we only saw like a couple bosses. We saw like the vegetable gang or whatever, I forgot what they were called. It was like the garden like troop or something. And we also saw the frogs and King Dice. And this, we see Cala Maria and Baroness von Bonbon, and also the pirate. I forgot what the pirate's name was. But I've been loving them all so they and I love like the new characters they introduce in the show as well. They're all very fun, and they have extremely good faces, like in this show, and very good expressions. Yeah, and yeah, Chalice. That's another thing. Chalice. At the end of the first part of the show, you meet Chalice for the first time, and it sort of continues that like little storyline in the first 2 episodes of these new batch of episodes. So that's pretty neat, because it's still very episodic with how it's working. But there are a few episodes that do callbacks like that. So the first 2 episodes of this part actually call back to the last episode of the first part. And I know back when I think it was back in like May or something, they're saying like, oh yeah, Cuphead's like renewed for season 2. It's like, no, it wasn't like renewed. Like they were already working on the episodes. because they had already ordered like 38 episodes or something like that. Um, so this is like just that second batch of episodes, which Netflix likes to do that. They like to call it a season, but it's not actually a season. Um, so I'm that's why I'm calling it like the second part of the show rather than season, because it's not technically um a second season. Um, but I've been loving it so far. I really love this show. I'm gonna try to do a video on the show this weekend, since I didn't do a video when the first part came out. Or I might, maybe I will wait until the third part. I'll see, because I'm gonna try to work on a backlog of movie reviews I've been meaning to do. But yeah, it's great. I'll talk about it more in the podcast when we have that after we come back from Everfree Northwest. All right, next thing, let's talk about the Wednesday trailer, Wednesday Addams of the Addams Family. This is going to be a show on Netflix, and it's going to be it says it's from the mind of Tim Burton. I'm not sure how involved he is in this, but I like the vibe of the trailer. Oh yeah, Briny Beard, that's his name. I like the vibe of the trailer though. Yeah, like you see Wednesday in the beginning, and she's just looks completely different from everybody in the school. And she unleashes some piranhas on some the swim team that was apparently picking on Pugsley, and like she's like the only one who's allowed to pick on Pugsley. Um, so then they take Wednesday to like a different school called like Nevermore. Nevermore Academy, I think, is the name of it. Um, are they hiding who's playing Uncle Fester? I don't know. Because I didn't see Uncle Fester in the trailer. I saw like Morticia and Gomez though. Um, but oh yeah, so Ryan said that Tim Burton directed most, if not all, the episodes. Okay, so yeah, Tim Burton is very involved in this, so it should be fun. It said it's coming out in fall. It said like coming soon at the end of the trailer. It didn't give a specific release date. Fall is like very soon, so I don't know why they don't have a release date yet. But it seems like it'll come out in October. I mean, just from the vibes of it, it just seems like it. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna say this is probably October when this is coming out. Um, now let's go on to some news stuff, some smaller news stuff before we go on to the HBO Max stuff, which is big. So the first thing, um, Disney is having a Disney and Marvel games showcase. I think this is the first time they've had something like this before. A lot of people are speculating like what they're going to show at this event. Um, I know they're probably going to show Marvel Midnight Suns, which was delayed. They might show more of that. Um, they might show some Star Wars games that they've been working on since it's Disney. The one thing yeah, Santos Celine mentioned it is like I don't think Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to be there. It just doesn't seem like it would be. That seems to be more like it would be at a Square Enix event or maybe a Sony event. And also, I know a lot of other people are mentioning, when they heard about this was Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine, the Insomniac games that are being worked on for PS5. I also doubt that too. I doubt they're going to show that at this showcase. I'd love to be wrong and that they actually show like a new Spider-Man 2 trailer or something. That would be really cool. But those seem like they would really be at like a Sony State of Play or something. They showed Kingdom Hearts at D23 gaming cases before? Okay. How long ago, though, was that? Because I know, like, with Kingdom Hearts 4, they showed that at a dedicated Kingdom Hearts anniversary stream, which made sense for that. But for this showcase, I really don't think it's going to be there. I would probably see like some smaller Disney games and Marvel games or whatever, but nothing like um oh, the Toy Story trailer. Yeah, okay. So yeah, maybe then. Though also Kingdom Hearts 4 is pretty early in development though. So I'm not sure how much we would see of that. Uh but like with like Wolverine or Spider-Man 2, I don't think we're going to see really that either. Cuz it really seems like that like Sony would want to have that at their own showcase. Since Insomniac is working on both of those. I'm expecting Marvel Midnight Suns though. That game that's coming out. No idea about what else though. Maybe some legacy games coming to modern platforms or something. An Epic Mickey remake? That'd be interesting. All right. But yeah, that's on September 9th when that's happening. Um Next, speaking about video games, Multiversus announced their like season 1 thing and 2 new characters that are gonna be coming to Multiversus. I still haven't tried it out yet, even though I've downloaded it on Steam. Um, I know that like Tom and Saber have tried it, but I just haven't played it yet. But I need to. Especially since I have heard like the different like dialogue between characters. Like I want to hear that between like Jake and Finn talking to the other characters. Um, but the 2 new characters are going to be Black Adam, which kind of makes sense with the movie coming out. Um, and Stripe from Gremlins, which that was like that was a big surprise. Um, I saw that Andre of Black Mirror Comedy, he was he was very excited to see that. He had been like gunning for a Gremlin or something coming to a Multiverses because he's a huge fan of Gremlins. And yeah, Stripe from Gremlins. That's a very interesting choice. Uh, so Warner Brothers can like take from a lot of different franchises. Uh, like I've said before, like I would love some like Powerpuff Girls characters. I'd love to see like Mojo Jojo in there. That'd be great. Um, but any other like Cartoon Network characters, Marceline from Adventure Time would be great too. Um, but yeah, Black Adam and Stripe and Multiverses. That's pretty neat. Um, Next, before we go into the big stuff, uh, let's talk about Ezra Miller's. Well, I guess it is kind of a big thing. Ezra Miller's apology. Yeah, this happened a couple days ago. Oh no, it happened like right after the POS podcast. Um, yeah, it happened like right after that. Like the news came out. But Ezra was saying, says, having recently gone through a time of intense crisis, I now understand that I'm suffering from complex mental health issues and have begun ongoing treatment. I want to apologize to everyone that I have alarmed and upset with my past behavior. I am committed to doing the necessary work to get back to the healthy, safe, and productive stage of my life. So yeah, it seems strange that it took this long. I think Warner Brothers uh probably probably like tried to convince Ezra to like just say something. Just say something. Um so we're going to see what happens with the Flash movie. I have no idea. I have I have no idea what's going to happen with the Flash movie, like if it's going to do well or not. It's the Flash, but like a lot of people, a lot of the general public will not even care unless it's like on the news all the time, which this has been on the news a lot, so maybe people will care, but I doubt it. Um, we're gonna have to see what the Flash movie does. Or maybe they'll if they get a different actor for the Flash, then they can say they got somebody better than Ezra. That's a joke, because that's a band. I don't know how many of you would get that. But yeah, yeah, better than Ezra as a band. Um, we'll see what happens with the Flash movie. It's supposed to come out next year. I think it was originally going to come out this year, but then they pushed it back again. Um, so we'll see what happens. All right, now let's go on to the big stuff, and that's the stuff with HBO Max. So HBO Max has been very weird, or Warner Brothers Discovery has been very, very weird. This past month or so. Just like continually saying that they're going to like cancel projects, or they've canceled projects. They've canceled Batgirl. They've canceled Scoob Holiday Haunt. They've canceled some like other stuff. Um, and now they're starting to remove things. Things that like Warner Brothers owns, which is so weird. Um, I did see a thing on Twitter saying that like, oh, maybe it's because like they don't want the creators to have like residuals or something on those things, or they're getting rid of things that like aren't watched that much. Um and a lot of it just doesn't make sense. Um but there's a list here of the different things that they're removing, and it's a lot. Um so yeah, here's a bunch of the stuff they're removing. Okay, they're removing like 12, like no 20 HBO Max like originals, which doesn't make sense. Like, I know that I don't think Disney Plus or Netflix or Hulu or like any other streaming services has removed like their original content before. The only one I can think of is like Quibi, and that's only because Quibi died. But yeah, they removed 20 of their original shows and movies. So here are the Max originals that they removed. They removed 12 Dates of Christmas, About Last Night, Aquaman King of Atlantis, Close Enough, Ellen's Next Great Designer, Esma and Roy, The Fungies, Generation Hustle, Generation, let's see, Infinity Train, A Little Ellen, My Mom, Your Dad, Odo, Ravi Patel's Pursuit of Happiness, Summer Camp Island, The Not Too Late Show with Elmo, the Runaway Bunny, Theodosia, Tig and Seek, and Yabba Dabba Dinosaurs. Those are all the Max originals they removed. They also removed some HBO originals as well. With My Dinner with Herv, Cher, and then there's the Cartoon Network originals they removed, which is like Dodo. I don't know what Dodo is. Elliot from Earth, Mau Mau, Heroes of Pure Heart, Mighty Magiswords, OK KO, Let's Be Heroes, Uncle Grandpa, and Victor and Valentino. And then there's some acquired titles like Detention Adventure, Messi Goes to Hokkaido, Mia's Magic Playground, the Ollie and Moon Show, Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. So the pack is not back. The pack is gone. Make It Big, Make It Small, and Squish. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff they removed. In just like this week. And it's so weird because there was a thing that HBO Max, like somebody sent an email that was concerning HBO Max, and they had a thing saying like, oh no, these are going to be like back on eventually. And it's like, why didn't you say so then? Like, everybody's like in a panic for what's happening. And there's a lot of this stuff where it seems like with like Summer Camp Island, Julia Pott was on Twitter saying that like we just finished like our 20 episodes of our like final season, and now all of our show is gone. Like, what's happening? And also Mau Mau, they've been holding back the season 2 of Mau Mau for a long time. Season 2 has been like done for a while, and they just have not put it out. So something's going on. Like at Warner Brothers. And what was hilarious is that of those shows, of those things that were removed, everything was removed but one episode of Uncle Grandpa. Um, and people have been memeing about that, which is pretty funny. A lot of these, some of these shows, some of the Cartoon Network shows can also still be watched on Hulu though, so there's a plus, I guess. Um, like I believe OKKO, Mighty Magiswords, and I think Uncle Grandpa are also on Hulu. Um, but yeah, this is definitely really bad for the service, because I remember like advocating for HBO Max last year, how I said it was probably like, if you're like a film buff or like an animation fan, this might be one of the only streaming services you need, because there's so much legacy content on it. And now they're just removing it, which really sucks. Um, and something else weird that's going on with this is Infinity Train. Infinity Train's a great show. I wish it could have had its other books made. I really wish it can at some point. But now, Infinity Train, it seems like they're scrubbing the existence of it. Because even on the Cartoon Network YouTube channel, they removed the pilot. And like other stuff relating to Infinity Train, like the music on streaming services and stuff. They removed it from that. And it's very concerning. How they're just like, oh yeah, and all this stuff you can't look at anymore. Well, don't look at it. Yeah, it's a really confusing move by them. Um, and the other thing that was even very more confusing, this happened this morning. I woke up and Ryan sent this to me. Was they removed like 200 episodes of Sesame Street, like a classic Sesame Street episodes. It's like, what? Why? What did they do? Because I know they were going for, like, they have like a big like kids section on HBO Max as well. So it's like, this makes why are you doing this? It's very confusing as to why they were removing so much stuff off of the service and just making it worse. I know they're going to try to like make their own new streaming service sometime next year, since they had the merger with Discovery. But honestly, it just should have been like, oh, Discovery Plus is now a part of HBO Max, and that should have been it. But the new CEO has just been doing some weird shit. I saw like Jim tweet on Twitter, my friend Jim saying like, can AT&T take HBO Max back? Because I think AT&T still like owns like Warner Brothers Discovery, but it's like, oh no, now the Discovery people are now in charge of HBO Max, which makes no sense. It's really weird. It's very confusing and convoluted. So it's so disappointing, because like HBO Max started out as this like really great streaming service that had like a ton of content, a huge variety of content, and now a lot of it's just being taken away. Let's see. Nathan Box at 64 had a super chat saying, "You can say that Discovery has taken cues from UMG." Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's so weird. I just hope things can like that. It seems like there's a lot of backlash now, to where like they're starting to respond a little bit, saying like, "Oh no, never mind." It's like, because like I said that email earlier, um, where HBO Max said that, oh no, this is going to be come back eventually at some point. I know they've removed stuff before, due to like streaming, previous streaming agreements, where they've had before, like the Harry Potter films, which Warner Brothers owns. But they had previous streaming agreements with like other streaming services to have them on there. So that's why the Harry Potter films haven't always been on HBO Max. They've been like off and on. Same thing with like some of the DC stuff and some of the some other stuff that Warner Brothers owns, because they have like previous streaming agreements with other streaming services. before like HBO Max became a thing. So it might have to do with that, but this seems like excessive with how much they're taking away, and especially like the scrubbing of the Infinity Train stuff, which that's super weird. Like Infinity Train, I think it's all, and also Mau Mau, they're doing that too. Um, and it's so disappointing because like I said before with Summer Camp Island, I've been meaning to catch up with that too because I did a review of that back in like 2018, and I like the show. And then I caught up with it like later the next year, and I still think it's a good show, and I do want to catch up with that show, and I want to see season 2 of Mau Mau, and I want to see like the rest of Summer Camp Island come out. Oh, Warner Universal co-own Harry Potter. Okay, that makes sense for that then. Um, but yeah, I guess I'll go back to my face now. Um, and we'll just talk a little bit for the the next 30 minutes about this stuff. Infinity Train and Mal are basically becoming lost media. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh boy, gonna drink some water here. By the way, I'm gonna be at Everfree Northwest this coming weekend, or not? Yeah, not this coming, not this weekend, but next weekend. Um, the last weekend of August. So there's not going to be a new stream next week. And also POS Podcast will be on that following Tuesday rather than Monday, since that's when we're all traveling back, and it's like a flight from Seattle to the East Coast, so it's going to take a while. But yeah, it seems like it's a debt thing. Gabe in the chat. Just guessing there's so much debt that they'll take whatever precautions sure they make don't spend as much. Says of course, Discovery is way smaller than Warner. Shouldn't have bought them in the first place. Yeah, it's very weird. Cartoon Network's birthday this year feels sad. Yeah, I hope that at least they'll do something nice for the 30th anniversary. Brandon King saying HBO Max is not Elmo's world anymore. Yeah. Do you think that Netflix will try something similar to save their failing service? I don't think so. I think what Netflix is going to try to do, um, is they're probably going to try a cheaper like ad supported service. Because it seems like every other service is doing something like that. Disney Plus is doing that this year too, which is unfortunate for the ad free tier because that's actually going up, and by quite a bit too. It's that's disappointing because like Disney Plus was like one of the most affordable for a while. And I feel bad for the Warner people who have deal with Discovery's nonsense. Yeah, the speculation I've heard a rumor that whoever's in charge is more or less making a gamble. They looked at recent films. There's woke stuff and woke stuff movie just telling message and not being actual movies. Um, yeah, I don't know. Um, it doesn't make sense why they're getting rid of legacy content though. Zaslav is the same guy who stopped Discovery cartoons in the mid 2000s before the hub got control. Now he's back to the same old shit. Oh, interesting. Yeah, we'll see. What happens? I actually recently got a comment on one of the uh one of the tier lists that I did with Saber, where we did a tier list of the different streaming services, and somebody said this aged like dairy in the desert because of all the HBO Max stuff going on. Because we had HBO Max is like at a very high tier. Um, because it was like it was a great service before. The $10 says an investor says that Apple or Microsoft might be interested in buying Warner. I know that there were rumors before about like Microsoft buying like um Warner Brothers game division. Um, I know that there was rumors about that before. Have you seen the first episode of She-Hulk yet on Disney Plus? Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I didn't put that in the docket. We'll probably talk. We're gonna talk about it on the podcast though, which I know me and Jax will talk about. But I did enjoy it. I thought it was funny. I really like the Hulk fight they did. That was very fun. To think Universal is going to buy Warner. Oh man, that'd be huge. Like Universal and Warner together. That'd be a very big company. I know that also Universal now has the rights to like the Lego stuff. So I'm not sure if like Universal is going to try like doing a Lego movie because before it was with Warner Brothers. And yeah, Microsoft is trying to get Activision. Um, it's not like officially through yet, but we'll see. I haven't seen Hamster and Gretel yet. Sorry, this is off a topic, but I've been a fan of MLP for a year and a half. I hope we can be friends. Oh, thank you for watching. And yeah, I love I still love MLP. Like I still make like Pony OCs and stuff. Speaking of lists, I wonder how's the top 20 list going? Is it doing okay? Uh, top 20 list for what? Can you be specific about the 20 list? I'm not sure which list you're talking about. Thinking Comcast should spin off the Universal, become its own company, and then merge Warner Brothers or Paramount. Hmm. I don't know, because Warner Brothers is still like very, very big. This is some investor dude said a while back on CNBC. Okay. Oddly enough, HBO Cartoon Network also purged YouTube of OKKO stuff, but forgot to remove Lakewood Plaza Turbo stuff. Oh, interesting. Oh, the Google Doc of the top 20 list for the bracket you're gonna do. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I'm still doing that. Because I'm probably gonna get the finalized list for that. But it's not gonna be like a top 20 list. It's going to be like a big like bracket. I want to try to do like 64 like 64 contestants for each. That we have like 32 matches, and me, Jackson Hero would go along and talk about each matchup. Um, did I see the DBS Hero movie yet? No, I haven't. I haven't seen Dragon Ball Super, so Let's see. Is it just me or I'm the only one that thinks Hasbro should ask Xseed to make an MLP game akin to Harvest Moon slash Story of Seasons, specifically starring Applejack's parents? That'd be interesting. Somebody could probably make a fan game of that. That'd be pretty fun. I know Shanks recently put out a video talking about different fan games, uh which I want to watch that. Who's worse? Let's see, from Natenbox64. Thank you for the super chat. EA, Discovery, or UMG? Oh, geez. I'd probably say EA. The UMG is pretty bad too. um, everyone remember that time that Disney almost bought Hasbro, but didn't? Oh yeah, that would have been interesting. Like having the ponies as Disney characters. Optimus Prime, like a Disney character. Some of the streaming business things are pretty hard to understand. Yeah, yeah. Um, it's weird because like cable right now isn't like that great either. If you've like seen some of the schedules for what they're doing with like on Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, is like there's no variety. UMG block access from watching any content that has their music from embedded content. Damn. I should probably get like a um some music going whenever I do like this part of the show, so that way there's no like dead air. But I'll just talk to you guys for a little bit more while we're still streaming here. Just talking about the HBO Max situation. Yeah, UMG is super greedy. Oh yeah, let me get the uh there's a link to the yeah, the 2010s media thing, which how many responses are there? There's 49 now. Okay. So there's one more since the last time I tallied stuff up. Um only one more till 50. I'll post it in here again in case any of you guys want to fill it out if you haven't already. But yeah, UMG is Universal Music Group. Let's see. Neighbor friend's asking, what's been your favorite mercy you've purchased based on your favorite cartoon or anime? Hmm. Can it be fan merch? Because like I have those uh the Equestria Girls dolls over there. Uh oh yeah, you can see them right there. Yeah, you can see Twilight and Sunset sort of below the lamp. Um, a lot of that's video game related though. Like I have my fat Pikachu here. Like that's the same fat Pikachu I've had since I was a kid. Oh yeah, Ryan, you did send me the Mojo Jojo one, which he's over there, but you can barely see him. Oh yeah, he's behind the Herney character, which I have no idea who sent me. Herney's character there, but it just showed up in the mail. I have no idea who sent me that. What are my feelings of Starlight Glimmer? I like Starlight. She grew on me throughout the show. Gotta take off now. Good hanging out here. All right. See you, Gabe. We'll go on for about 13 more minutes here, just to have like a full hour. What's your favorite Question Girls Choose Your Ending shorts? Oh, man, I was looking at some of those not too long ago, but I forgot which ones what they're called. But I need to rewatch them again. Thoughts on the Tell Your Tale G5 minisodes? I've been enjoying them. Like I like just having something to watch like every Thursday. I'm still excited to see like what they do with the show coming out next month, which I hope they're um going to be fine. Because the premiere was a bit eh. Um, so surprised Disney hasn't made a Smash game yet. So many character options: Mickey Mouse, Scrooge McDuck, Homer Simpson, Kim Possible. Yeah, yeah, they really could do their own. Let's see, for whatever reason, Scott Waz episode about streaming services came to mind, and it happened to age well, especially with the line saying like, we don't this need this many." Yeah, yeah. Um, it didn't be a great idea of Nintendo and HAL Labs make a remaster of Kirby Return to Dreamland and the Kirby 25th anniversary collection for Switch with quality of life enhancements. That'd be great. I'd love to see a collection like that. Um, like Kirby Return to Dreamland's a really good game. And I know that 25th anniversary collection is like one of the best like Nintendo collections. Just discovered that Mojo Joe's voice actor plays Ghostface from the Scream. What? I didn't know that. Wonder if Jax knew that. My biggest concern for the G5 show is that it would be boring. And that's kind of what the premiere was with the Make Your Mark thing. It was just kind of like boring to me. Um, and I hope like not all the episodes are going to be like that. And I hope they'll be like at least more interesting stories and character moments and stuff. See, the credits to Rescue Rangers had that Smash clone, and that felt like a missed opportunity to make it not make it legit. Yeah, yeah. Like the Q Mark Crusaders. Yeah. I'm trying to think of which one like I like the most. Uh, like as the show progressed, because I think I might have liked Sweetie Belle like overall the most going forward. Either Belle or Scootaloo. So I wonder for that for close enough, would it actually have a chance that it would show up on Adult Swim or would show up on TBS, which it was originally going to air on? Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty frustrated and disappointed over the whole debacle regarding the merger. I would never understand why my favorite shows and suddenly get canceled, and just to enrage me and others. Yeah, excuse me. Really hoping that like things will change at least. Um, change for the better. That is. Oh, I'm excited to go to Everfree Northwest. I haven't been there since 2012, which that's going to be fun. Since I haven't been there since the first one, and also it's going to be my 30th pony convention, uh, which is dang, that's like almost like 3 conventions a year. I didn't go to that many each year, but sometimes I've went to more each year. Sometimes I went to less. Uh, so any places you want to travel outside of the U.S.? Yeah, there's a few places I'd like to go. I really want to go to Argentina, for a few reasons. Um, because I want to visit Peninsula Valdez. That's where the orcas like come up and like get the seals. I really want to see that like in person. Um, what's anticipated media for the next few months? Um, let's see. I was gonna say Cuphead show, but that already came out this week. Um, Splatoon 3 though. I'm looking forward to Splatoon 3 next month. That's gonna be fun. What's my favorite fast food place? Probably Taco Bell, just because I go to that a lot. I was talking about a trip to either Canada, France, or Australia. Oh yeah, Australia would be nice too. Yeah, Community Crusaders have been an inspiration of my favorite child characters. Yeah, they're very good child characters. What about Puerto Rico? Oh yeah, Puerto Rico would be nice. I'd love to like visit any kind of like island nation. Seems like every Northwest is like BronyCon 2.0. Well, yeah, back in the day, like BronyCon and Everfree Northwest were like the two big ones, at least in the U.S. That is. I'd love to visit Russia, China, North Korea, Venezuela, and Iran. Those are very specific. Favorite autograph that you got from a convention? Uh, I've never really stood in line to get autographs or anything. Um, but I remember like back when I started going to conventions, I'd keep a sketchbook and I'd had like every like um uh everybody I'd meet like sign it. Um, but I don't know. I know M.A. Larson signed like random things sometimes. I think he's actually signed like one of my badges before. Ever wanted to hold up a kiwi? The bird? Sure. I like kiwis. They're neat little flightless birds. I'd like to hold a cockapoo though. You know, the little ground parrots. Alright, we go on for like 4 more minutes here. Favorite music artist? Mine are Post Malone, Machine Gun Kelly, Harry Styles, Billie Eilish, and many more. Let's see. I really like Bare Naked Ladies, Alice in Chains, Silver Sun Pickups is a good one I really like. What's the game that would get the 99 player treatment? I've been going loads of Puzzle League, and made the question how to Puzzle League 99 would work. Oh yeah, that'd be good. Um, a Puyo Puyo one would be crazy. Um, I wonder how a Galaga one would work. Have you watched uh Jobby the Hong, the swing reviews? No. Oh yeah, Dr. Mario 91. That'd be something. It still frustrates me that they got rid of Super Mario 35. All right, we'll probably start it or not start it, but like stop it. Here. So, all right. Um, next time we'll be doing the POS podcast. That'll be on Tuesday the 30th. Will be POS podcast. Oh, Bomberman 99. That would be a good one. Um, yeah, POS podcast will be on Tuesday the 30th, and then I'll do another POS stream that Friday. PS news stream that Friday, because this coming week, or I guess technically next week, we won't be doing any streams because we're going to be going to Evergreen Northwest, most of us at least, that are on the podcast. And I'm going to try to have some videos out during that time. So thank you for coming out to the news stream. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the podcast on the 30th. So bye, everybody.